one.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, hello. As you can clearly tell, we're in a little different situation going on right now.
Yeah, a little bit, Our
And
producer is sick with the flu,
yes, he's got the
which
flu.
of course the government would just say it's automatically COVID.
Well,
There is no flu anymore.
better safe than sorry.
Yeah, no.
So.
But, and then we don't know what happened to Glenn. He never answered our phone calls back. So if Glenn Senior, you're on, where the fuck is he?
Please enlighten us.
Yeah, really.
But
Be nice to know. Yeah, last time we couldn't get in contact with him, it was for good reasons. This time, I hope there's good reason behind it also.
that is true. Well, Brian, how was your past week?
Boring. No, we just been playing Destiny every fucking day.
Yes. Yes, 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 and yes.
Close enough.
I don't know about you, but I'm having fun with it. I mean, there are parts that are pissing me off.
Well, I mean, it's the same story with Destiny. Like any other shooter game, it gets very repetitive very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But no. You have a whole different level. You're fucking... You're like a heroin addict with Destiny.
Yeah.
I mean, from the first time he saw me this morning when I woke up, he's like, I found out this shit in Destiny, bro. I mean, holy shit.
Well, I mean,
And you're playing till like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. I mean, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm too old. It's not even that I can't sit that long. It's just I can't fucking do it anymore. I mean, we were just playing now before we got on, and I was already starting to pass out while we were playing. I'm fucking.
well, that's also because you didn't eat.
No, I haven't eaten. Nothing's as good as Mass Effect. I played through like 4 levels of Mass Effect dead asleep.
I am here to testify to that because he fell asleep when playing the remaster of it and did the exact same thing.
It's got to be muscle memory. It has to be. Oh, well, that was with Destiny, though. But you saw it, right? You saw that I was actually still moving and fighting and everything. It's fucking weird, man.
I can tell you one thing that actually is kind of funny with that is if you actually watch your screen, it looks like you're playing drunk.
Does it really?
Yeah. You're like, where is the
But
guy?
you know what, though? Like, I was sure, like, the average person would probably let go of the controller.
Yeah.
And probably just be standing
No,
still.
you have a death grip on it.
No, like, but I'm slumped forward. Like I look like I just died in the chair.
Literally, hold on. So, literally, this is you. I'll use my phone as reference.
See, you have to show me because I can't see because I'm asleep. Yeah, but I'm moving.
No, like, screen's here, head down, looking at the controller, eyes closed, like that. And still playing.
And winning. Hey, Alex. How's our little sick
Hey.
boy doing?
How you feeling?
Do you need Papa Bear to come over there and bring you some Vicks? I heard that fix everything.
Well, hey, with Omnicron, you can just get NyQuil. Change the same things.
Yeah, it's true. You never put your pop filter back on, huh?
No. Too lazy.
I'm debating whether or not I take mine off. Does it really make a difference, though?
I'll have to go back and check the videos.
Yeah, we have to actually check the video to see if this fucking disc in my face makes a difference or not. Because this like
It's annoying.
wire is annoying. Like I wish if it was anywhere, it would come from under here, and that would be it. But it's you can't.
I'm saying something.
I coughed up my left lung, the usual. So, like I said, you need Papa Bear to come over there and give you some Vicks. Because Dan will go.
Me?
Well, you work in retail. You're in like an infection danger zone.
My immune system is probably like, yeah, let's go.
You really, you have the therapeutics built in.
Well, Alex,
I heard a good ass friend. Rice is a good cure for the sniffles.
you mean fried rice?
Yeah, I'll make some fried rice for you.
Ding dong. Alex is here.
See, when the fried rice, the MSG will make you feel so much better. Your heart will feel like it's dying.
But it's so good.
It is good. I mean, shit.
You got to make that fried rice again though sometime soon.
So make rice tonight.
All right.
And then I'll go to Nan Nan, and I'll pick up the stuff that I'm missing for it.
What are you missing?
The peppers, the green onion, stuff like
Okay,
that. I don't have any of that shit.
Okay.
What else am I missing? I haven't made it in a while now. I have an egg. We have enough rice.
Yeah, we do. We just need a better rice cooker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can do it the old way in the pot. It's just more work. It is. That's all it is it's more work. But you'll have more yield because it's not going to be burnt and scorched to the bottom of our shit rice cooker.
You're not wrong.
I'm going to just pump my shit full of onigiri. Oh, shit. You're lucky Caroline's not here.
Oh,
Is that the Japanese way of getting better? Just eat onigiri? Oh,
Yes.
I have the COVID. I will eat the onigiri.
Well, I know we were talking to Mio earlier. playing
Yeah,
Destiny.
yeah. Where was your ass, Alex? We were playing Destiny with Mio.
Yes. And we want to know what your opinion is of the game.
Yeah, she was
Because we heard it
kicking
from Mio,
ass.
not from you.
It's true. She was in there. She was kicking ass. She saved our ass like a lot of times, actually.
That's that hunter's mobility.
But that's it, though. They can only run fast. They can't jump for shit.
Oh, the triple jump does give them some help. No.
No.
Her rice cooker is also like $280.
Yeah, we have the hand-me-down rice cooker, which worked for a while. No, last time he made it, it burned. But last time he made in the rice cooker, it burned. Yeah. We just need a new rice cooker. I want the one that Uncle Roger uses because it sings to you.
What? Like dee 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 dee. Like when it's
Yeah,
done.
it has like a little startup thing, like song. I want that one. I want to feel like it's serenading me as I make rice.
Actually, you know what I just realized I need to start doing? I need to figure out a way to get Discord call onto this and work properly. So if we run into a situation like this,
I'm sure
can do
the
something.
last thing Alex wants to do is have his sick voice coming through.
why?
Discord.
Because you're gonna have him laughing so hard.
No, because all we're going to hear is him hacking a lung out. That's why. Hey guys, I'm really sick. I'm sick. Can't jump for shit. Pretty sure I made most of those jumps the first try.
That is
That's true. That's true. I stand corrected.
That is true.
Wow.
We are definitely on
Titans can't jump for shit though.
No, they can't.
No, Titans can't jump for shit. I have a hunter class though.
If it's distance and range, like long jumps and height, I can do it. But once you have to start like jumping around something or underneath something, I'm kind of screwed.
Well, I was definitely when I had to get the risk runner, and it's all a jumping map. Fuck. You know how many times I died?
A bit.
No, like even when you weren't there, like when I did it for my secondary Titan. You know how many times I died?
Oh God.
44.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What?
44.
You counted.
Yes, I did. Because it kept setting me back further and further every time I died. And you know where it was when you had to jump from that one platform, and then there's the one on the bottom, and there's a wedge. I
Yep.
kept hitting that wedge. Glenn Gray. Hey, last I heard from Glenn, he was out trying to find a COVID test for his wife. Well, see, now, if Glenn was, answered us back, we actually have a way of getting him a COVID test.
Yeah.
In fact, the funny thing is we were going to have him test before he came in the house. So if you can, reach out to your son, Glenn, and tell him to give us a call because we can get him and Nerly a test. We can't get it for him weekly, but we can get it initially for them.
That is true.
So just have Glenn give us a shout, and we'll help him out. All he had to do was ask. It's impossible though. It's
My mom said
impossible.
CVS.
Yeah, but
and give
they're
them a
not
call.
those rapid tests though. They're not the.
Yeah.
I thought they're just the standard PCR tests.
They're
Or wait, is it the PCR test you can't get a hold of?
that's the one you can't get a hold of. Right.
One will give you an answer in 15 minutes. One you have to wait. You have to send it in. I think the one you have to wait.
No. The one that CVS has is the fifth one. It's the rapid test.
So wait, how is it that people are waiting months and hours and hours on end for these tests? Then?
Because they're going to like
the testing centers.
Yeah.
So okay, for people who are watching, don't wait on those lines. Stores might have them. Check. And if you're not fucking sick, don't waste it for somebody who might need it.
Correct.
That's the other reason why they're short, besides Biden's ineptitude to order them. No, it's not the senior citizens. It's actually the young kids who fucking watch CNN and thinks that we're in a fucking doomsday scenario.
Let's put it this
fucking
let's
liberals
put it
with
this way.
Kool-Aid hair being like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Let's put it this way. If you feel sick, stay home.
Yeah, stay home.
If you feel like you might have COVID,
Which might feel like the flu, because that's what Omicron symptoms are. It's flu-like
Correct.
symptoms.
stay home.
Have somebody get you a test.
Correct. But don't freak out. Oh my God, I have a cough. Let me go get tested.
Yeah, I cough because I've been smoking for 16 years. I don't think I have Omicron. I think I made bad choices.
No, but even then, I know.
Yeah, that does still exist. The common cold, other viruses still exist. It's just that the CDC and the government likes to just say, "Oh well, it's COVID," when it very well might not be COVID. But it's easiest to classify right now because the flu-like symptoms that you get from the regular flu are the exact same symptoms you get from Omicron. Mm-hmm. That means she might not be vaccinated.
Yes.
Yeah. If you don't see, employers aren't required to provide you with a test if you are choosing not to be vaccinated. Now, I don't know of her vaccination status. That's her business. But if you prove that you have at least the initial vaccination, I don't think you're required to have the booster as of right now.
If it's within 6 months.
Yeah, please do, Glenn, because we've been trying to reach out to him for the past 3 days, and if he just answered his phone, which I know he's not the greatest at, he could have asked us and we could have hooked him up, or I would have went to CVS for him and got it, left it in his mailbox for him.
We would have been all over the place this morning.
Yeah, you know me, Glenn. I would have drove to fucking Virginia if I had to get him a test. Because I want to make sure he's doing all right. But Glenn, the other, our Glenn doesn't fucking watch the podcast. only his father does. But no, I mean, yeah. So like I was saying, though, if you're vaccinated, you just prove that you're vaccinated and you no longer have to get tested weekly. But if you're not vaccinated, correct. It's because it's your choice not to get vaccinated, so therefore it's on you to get tested. Well,
that's a minimum of about $15 a week.
Yeah. So yes, it can get very expensive. I mean, originally the tests were supposed to come out free of charge. There's just too much demand and not enough supply. And of course, money-hungry insurance companies and all that too.
Yes. Well, more the manufacturers at that point.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why we've been saying get back. You don't want to get the booster, whatever. I mean, to be fair though, they've said that the Omicron doesn't give a shit if you're triple jabbed with the Fauci sauce.
Fauci sauce.
I mean, Oh man, I was watching Senator Rand Paul fucking rip him apart in the Senate. Oh my
Okay,
god.
you got to show me that video later.
Bro, and like, you know how Fauci is. He's a fucking dingleberry.
That's being kind.
Yeah, it is being kind, but I mean, and look, he said in the video that apparently him and his family are getting death threats. Shame on the people that are doing that.
I agree with
There
that.
was apparently a guy coming from one state and going to Washington D.C. to apparently assassinate him. You're a fucking moron, and you deserve to rot in a jail cell for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
Just because you don't like the guy, write your senators, write your congressmen, write don't threaten them. Write them to help fight back against tyranny and injustice like what Fauci has done. Because he had written evidence that he helped fund the Wuhan Institute of Virology that made this virus.
Correct.
With gain of function research. And when Senator Rand Paul first questioned him on this, Fauci honestly should have been indicted, and he really should be removed from whatever position of power he's in.
Mm-hmm. One thing too is if you look at what Biden's doing, also.
What? That would be nice to know. What is he doing?
The whole campaign that he ran, the whole.
Oh, I'm gonna end the virus.
Yeah, now giving up. It's the state's fault.
My thing is though, and that should never be something that should leave someone's mouth. How can you end a virus? That's like saying, if I ran for president right now, I'm going to go end the flu virus. But it's a virus. It's never going away. That's the thing. Like, the flu has been around probably since the medieval times. Who knows? They don't go away. I mean, you go and you get a flu shot every year. I choose not to. Why? Because I get violently sick from the flu shot. I usually don't get sick if I don't get it. But I know every time I go, I'm like, so this is to take care of this variant of the flu? Because as soon as you get the flu shot, it's already evolving into the next version of it where your shot was useless.
It's not even just that.
And I got sick for nothing.
With the flu, and your flu shot every year, it's like they try to determine what strand is going to be the strongest, and then that's what you're immunized against.
But are we though? I mean, we're just taking them for their word. Watch, we've just been getting injected with water. He also said he would put at least 10,000 towards everyone's student debt. Yeah. Come on, Alex, that was never going to happen. That was never going to ever happen. Everybody in their campaign, I don't care if you're Republican or if you're a Democrat, they're lying to you. That's their job. Their job is to lie to you, and whoever sounds the most believable gets the job. That's essentially all that these debates are.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounded real good. Oh, I'm going to shut down the virus, so I'm going to give $10,000 towards everyone's student loan debt. That would bankrupt this country. Bankrupt this country. You know how many students have college debts? People just look at one med school student, one law school student. $10K probably wouldn't even cover half of, like a quarter of it. But
that covered their books for the semester.
Yeah, probably, right? But when you really think about it, though, you have how many actual Americans, not illegal immigrants, live in this country? Because I already know that upwards of over 2 million illegal immigrants have found their way in due to lack of. That's why I'd say about 70% of the people who voted for him did. His whole campaign was based around wiping out student loans. Right, yeah, of course. That and ending the virus. And enough people were desperate enough for it. Right. But now, if you look at the situation that we're in, it's a good thing that he can't do it. Because we're already in a state of inflation. Could you imagine if he actually said, I'm going to executive order this, and then pay everybody $10,000 towards their student loan? How much more debt we would even be in?
All right, you guys ready? There are a total of 332,427,176 people. in the
And a
States.
lot of them are young adults who have gone to college. I mean, there are grown adults who are still paying off student loans. You know, people in their 30s, their 40s that are paying off student loans. Really, what they should have said is we'll pay off hospital debts for like COVID hospital stays. But even then, because
Yeah,
you know,
I can agree with that.
a typical hospital stay can reach up to like $300,000-$400,000. I mean, we knew from Dad when he had cancer. I mean, that would cost close to $1 million. Right? Yeah, because it was out of network. That's insane. How do hospitals and whatnot expect people to pay that shit off?
It is crazy on how they have it all laid out.
It is like you would like, and this is why where you see me kind of agree with Democrats at a point in time. With that, we do need to reform our healthcare system. There is no reason why a child with leukemia who is fighting to survive now has to feel like they're a burden to their family because of how much money their family has to fork into it.
Correct.
Which is why I think the one children's hospital,
St. Jude's.
St. Jude's, I think they don't charge. Is that one still around? The Ronald McDonald Foundation? Well, I know St. Jude's. I don't think they charge for anything.
They
and
don't.
they supply you with like room, like housing and whatnot while you're.
That's all because their model is just straight donations. People who donate to that hospital, they have a large fund specifically just for that.
But you see though, are they run by a board of trustees, or are they just an independent? Because hospitals with boards of trustees are money hungry, in my opinion. Right, and the board has to make over $200K a year. Fuck that. What about the people who aren't willing to go to the hospital because they know they can't pay the bill?
All right, I'm looking this up.
I mean, they'll send you to collections for that, won't they, if you don't pay them? They will, what? They'll garnish your wages, all that good shit. But they can't not treat you, though. Yeah, but that would violate their oath to do no harm. I think if you go to a hospital, oh, here we go. When you're the villain, right? That's you know what? That's exactly right, Alex.
All right, so they're run by a board.
They are run by a board, but I know the founder's daughter, I think, is the head of the board. But see, that's how all hospitals should be, though. Honestly.
Don't know.
No. I mean, really, okay, so what are you paying a hospital board for? You're paying them to give you, well, hopefully to give patients the best care possible. Or to hopefully get a piece of machinery in that can save someone's life.
You know what I see it? I see it as...
Honestly, they should give that money to the nurses and doctors instead. Mainly the nurses, because they even do more than the doctors half the time. The nurses are the ones who really are like at the front line military of hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really the unsung heroes, too.
That they are. Now, the other thing is, too, you know, you look at these hospitals and they only think about how much money they're going to make out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how's their public image? Correct. Where they're in the, you know, they took an oath to save lives, right?
Did the board people?
Here's the thing, though. If that's the case, they took an oath to save lives. Like, that's their job and that's their responsibility. They should, doesn't matter. What do you need? How's it going to work? Get it done.
Well, and what bothered me, don't y'all remember that movie John Q? No, I don't know that one. Well, you know, what really bothers me the most is that the president, our current sitting president, is willing to give free health care no matter what it is, to illegal immigrants. Yet us Americans have to suffer with the bill. That's what kills me. I mean, what about the people that immigrated here correctly? Do they get that free? No, because they're technically Americans now.
It's a movie, starring Denzel Washington, where he takes a nurse hostage in a hospital because he can't. His son needs a transplant. Hospital won't cover it, and the alternate government aid won't cover it either.
See, that's the other thing. The transplant list is what drives me nuts, man. I mean, fortunately, my cousin was able to get a kidney, but not off that list. She got it from we have a private donor. But you know, what really kills me is children. You know, is the children that have to suffer. Like, well, you know that there's these sick parents out there that'll have another child just to raise and harvest organs for their other one. That's sick people. You brought another child into this world who has their entire life ahead of them, yet you're just there to siphon organs from them. So you murdered them. Well, what do you how do you get another person's heart? Can't take the whole liver. You can only take half because the liver will grow back. It's crazy though that people like that exist. That somebody actually would think about doing that.
Now, you know what else is crazy? Like the artificial heart and stuff like that. Like the amount of engineering.
Yeah.
That had to go.
Oh, how about prosthetics now? I mean, there's nothing that people with prosthetics, they can do everything that anybody else can. I mean, they could before, but now with modern technology, those prosthetics, it's like you got like that cyborg hand and whatnot that moves like your regular hand would.
Mm-hmm. And it's weird. Did you actually see how they like get it to work like that? Because obviously it's not mass production yet. It's still technically in testing. No, it's just like a regular prosthetic, but where your that whole cup piece that the part of your arm goes into, it's measuring like with ultrasonic, like all your tendons, your muscle movement, and everything, and it will record.
It's fucking sick. It really is cool. You know, you look at people with like one leg, that with the runner one with like it looks like a ski that they bent. Those guys are fast with those things, man. See, that's just people nitpicking. I mean, that's nitpicking, but that's okay though. But the Olympics will allow transgender men to participate in female sports, and you have people resigning from the committees of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, you want to be a transgender man or female, whatever, do you? But something like the last 8 years or something, they had successful artificial organs outside of the body. They just wanted human testing. They do a lot of.
Wait, when you say artificial organs outside of the body, they just wanted human testing.
Yeah,
we're talking like the grown ones, like they essentially grew a replacement heart kind of thing.
No, the problem is they probably can't get any funding for it because who's going to volunteer for that? Right, but there are like portable hearts and shit that you would carry around, and then it would just have tubes going into your chest, and it would still do the job of circulating the blood to your body. Maybe that maybe that's it. I don't know.
Who knows? The medical field is
very confusing.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. It really is. I mean, you couldn't pay me to be a doctor.
No. But I do at times like to like documentaries and stuff like that of like how they came up with some of these things.
See,
That's insane.
the one thing I could never be is a pediatric oncologist. Like my mom's cousin is a pediatric trauma nurse.
Mhm.
I could never look at a family in the face and be like, your little child died. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'd be crying right along with them, and you can't do that. You know, even as a police officer doing something like that, or a firefighter, you know, tell them I couldn't get them out, or we couldn't save their life. I couldn't do it.
That's just,
But especially
rough.
when it comes to a child.
Yeah.
You know, an adult you can rationalize. You can rationalize. You can easily rationalize with an adult, but you know, a child's tougher, especially one that, you know, had the whole rest of their life ahead of them. But no, prisoners are not tolerant of people who abuse children. Don't think they were grown. I know some parts are like cyborg hybrid. The artificial womb and premature babies. Yes, I heard about that. Yep.
wait, what?
So it's like they basically put you like in an artificial placenta and then in a womb, and they successfully birthed a lamb doing that.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
wow.
Cloning? Why? No, cloning. No, cloning humans is illegal. Actually, I think even not cloning animals is illegal to a degree. Excuse me. Oh
I
no.
think it's outside of research.
Yeah, outside of research purposes. But I mean, they cloned that sheep, but it died, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it died like a horrific death. If I remember correctly, yeah, they cloned a sheep, and it was like mutate. It was bad. It was very
Alright.
bad.
Well, why don't we do this? I know we wanted to keep this short
Yeah.
because obviously there's not a whole lot of us here.
Well, that and our food's on the way.
Yes. How much longer?
We have about 20 minutes.
All right. You want to take a quick break?
No, we'll take a quick break.
Quick break. We'll come in and
And
we'll close it out.
Yeah, we'll
Go from
close it out. Yep.
All right. We will be right back, guys.
That's you.
We'll be back.
We're back. We said we wouldn't be long.
Yeah, we said it was quick. It is really cold out.
It's fucking. When I say it's cold,
It's ice cold.
It's fucking cold outside. Like it's to the bone cold out
If
there.
we had, if
You
it was
did
this
close
cold,
the flue in the fireplace, right?
yes,
Oh, okay. You sure? That was a kind of hesitant yes.
I'm almost positive.
That-
Yes, I did.
Oh, we should light a fire tonight because it's fucking cold. Yeah.
There we go. Ah, fireplace.
Mhm.
Gotta love it.
God's natural heat, fire.
The only problem we have is you and I are also pyromaniacs.
Only with the fire pit outside.
Oh, while you guys were down here, I had that thing roaring.
Oh, did you really? I didn't. Paul's going nuts, Mom. He does.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I am looking forward to this week, and that is my next day off of work.
Isn't that what most people look forward to during the week?
Well, I have a visit from corporate
Ooh, the
on
boss.
Friday.
The suits are coming, huh?
My boss's boss, the regional director, just to visit the store.
Well, when you have a high velocity, highly successful store like Dan does, I'm sure they want to use that as a model platform for the other stores too.
That and my general manager and I, we like to keep everything up to date as much as we can. So, for example, if they're like, "Oh yeah, hold this till like somebody comes in and installs it," screw that, we install it ourselves.
So yeah, you take the initiative to do it, and corporate loves when people take initiative. It's the truth. You know, if you're more progressive than the other stores, which from the stories you've told me, there's some stores that need more people like you and your manager. You know, I can understand why you would get visits from corporate. I'm pretty sure those other stores dread those days
Well,
because they're more likely just to get yelled at.
another thing too is a lot of at least where our store is located, we have a lot of considered a ring of fire store. For example, there's people who are high up in HP. There's people who are high up in Energizer or Duracell that live in our area.
Mm-hmm.
So like they could just walk into the store just to buy something, and we can have something that their company has for a display, and it can be completely screwed. And where do you think that's going to go? Right up the chain.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'm sure if let's just use HP, your HP rep guy. I'm pretty sure if he saw like one of his printer fucked up, he's not going to complain to you. He's not going to complain to your manager. He's going to complain to corporate. Hey, these guys are fucking up my display.
Well, believe it or not, I've been visited by our HP rep and the higher up from them.
But you're in good standing with all your reps, so that's also a good thing too.
And that's one thing I will tell anybody and everybody.
Yeah, if you're
If you have represented,
make sure you treat your reps like kings and queens.
yes,
Because they're going to be your lifeblood. I mean, they could fuck you over really bad.
Well, I know with my one rep, when they were getting a bunch of visits coming down the line or the chain, he was running back and forth the stores, making sure that everything was prepared for when he showed up. He just gave me a call and was like, "Is it up?" "Yes." "All right, send me a picture of it real quick." "Done." "All right, you're good." So I know
We still got some time.
I know obviously things are different with other stores and whatnot, but that's the one thing
I mean,
with retail.
but it's true. I mean, like everybody's an employee shortage also.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the employees you get, you're like, I still wish I could go back to being a shortage.
All right, so
Yeah. There was like 2 tellers in there, and they were trying to run all 3 drive-throughs and inside. They were running back. The bank manager was fucking doing shit.
no, I know on my end I'm obviously short-staffed. You've heard me complain about it plenty of times, but what's crazy is we're getting a lot of people applying and then canceling right before their interview. Or just not showing up.
That's what I don't understand. How bad did you want the job then? Or was that like, oh, mommy and daddy forced me to go and apply?
No, it's unemployment needs to show that I'm trying to find a job. So
people fucking with the system.
they get the email saying, you know, da da da, your interview's at this time, and then they just state, nah, the interview didn't go well, I didn't get the job.
See, that's what unemployment needs to like call these businesses. Hey, did so and so show up? Well, they should have like, and I hate to say it because like call centers are like associated with scammers now.
Mhm.
But they should have like a call center that's just dedicated to checking up on people who have claims in for unemployment. Hey, did Mr. Johnson show up for his interview? Yes or no? If you say no, well then they should be denied unemployment at that point.
Another way I see it that they could do is if unemployment, obviously wants you to try to find a job, right? They should make a portal where you have to go through their website to apply.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Because then it pings it on my end too.
We've had a lot of that too for HVAC people involved. Right.
Yeah.
There's no bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? They are a bunch of assholes. Though. I mean, you're taking advantage of a system that's there, and you're taking it away from people who need it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But not even so who want it. What about the people that desperately need unemployment? Who maybe their company got hit with COVID. It's cold in a dope fiend's heart. Yes, yes, it is. What if somebody who because of the coronavirus or whatever lost their job of 30 years? They can't even get on the unemployment website now. It's impossible.
Well, that also depends on the state.
They come for the interview, get the job, and then never show up.
Luckily, we haven't had that far yet.
Yeah, because oh man, I know your general manager. He would be pissed as shit over that one employee. I'm not going to say names, but over the one employee who just sent a text message saying I ain't coming back no more.
Yeah,
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I mean, but that's so unacceptable though. Like that's so unacceptable. And I know like when other employees like, oh, I'm going to call your references. As an employer, you cannot shit all over them. All you can do is confirm they work there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. I'd love to be able to be like, yeah, this motherfucker, you know what he did? What? What? VUMONG? I don't know what that means. It's like, no, we do not know who that is.
Well, yeah, welcome.
Yeah. I don't speak in that whatever.
Yes, I understand it's cold, but and I know I mistype things.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like a really bitch thing to do. Like, if you want to quit your job, do it the right way. Give your 2 weeks notice. Or if you know you can't give 2 weeks notice, at least show up in person.
Yeah.
And be like, go face to face with your look, man, look, I got another job that's starting this week. I can't do my 2 weeks. I really apologize. Don't burn your bridge, is my point.
Yeah, burning bridges is the worst thing.
Because one day you might need that person. You never know. One day you might hit the job that you left that one for might fall through, and you might have to go back.
Well, I'll use my Verizon experience as an example. I left Verizon working as just a regular sales guy, switched to AT&T, but did the right thing. I gave my 2 weeks, moved on the whole nine, and lo and behold, 3 months later, they called me back to be a manager for the store. It's just not worth burning the bridge.
No, it's not. Because what are you going to gain from burning your bridge?
Ash.
Yeah. I mean, because again, though, like I was saying, you might lose that new job you just got, but you can't go back there because your reputation is destroyed. Yeah. And in the workforce, your reputation is everything.
Yeah. No, we had somebody who went ahead, applied, we got the job. He was with us for about 3 months. Then said he got a better job, like a dream job kind of thing.
Which is good. Good for you.
But ready?
You got your dream job.
Didn't give us 2 weeks notice, and it was immediate. 3 weeks ago, called the store asking if we're hiring. Sorry. We're not going to take you back. You did us dirty. You have to as much as people don't want to put their 2 weeks notice in and everything like that. Yeah, just write it out. I mean, keep in mind the people that you were with and working with, that they're the ones you end up screwing over.
You bit the hand that fed you. Really. For some reason this hasn't moved. So unless this dude's like riding a horse here.
Let me see.
Yeah, it hasn't moved. I've reset it like 3 times too. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. It could be why Apollo's going nuts, right? Did I break it?
I don't know.
Technology doesn't work for me.
Did you exit out of it and go back in it?
No, not yet. Right here, you won't be able to find DoorDash.
No, it went right to it.
Did it break? Did it? Did it still go back?
It's still the parking lot.
This dude's eating my chicken.
Oh no, because there's another delivery on the route. So he's getting our food, and someone else is then making a stop on the way to us.
Ah, see, I don't know how this DoorDash shit works.
I know some people have made decent money on that.
Yeah.
DoorDash, Uber.
See, I'm always afraid with like, maybe not Uber Eats. Uber Eats I'd be okay with, but like regular Uber would freak me out. Because you see those videos of those people who are like, I ain't getting the fuck out. And then you're like, or what if they got a fucking weapon on them? You're in deep doo-doo.
Nah,
like
I agree with that.
everybody said that I should have done the luxury Uber when I had my BMW. No.
Nah, actually, believe it or not, you probably get a much nicer client base at that point.
You hope.
I can almost guarantee, because the cost difference is drastic.
You can't do it now though, because
No.
I don't have 4 doors. Right? That's a requirement for Uber.
Correct.
You could do it.
That I could, but I'm not going to do it. A, it's gonna chew through the miles.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
B,
Yeah, I think you actually have to own the car.
no, you can lease them,
Really? Why would
but you have to, when you lease the car, you have to state that you're going through Uber. They give you a better rate in certain aspects, but you have to obviously prove that you're.
I've had a little over 20 some odd jobs in my life, and so far I've only left one without a 2 weeks notice, and that was because they scheduled me on days I couldn't work. Yeah, alright. Yeah, you made the right choice.
Yeah, well, technically, ready? It's an EMT class. They cannot fire you for no call, no show.
That's like for
In
jury,
regards to
that's
that.
like jury duty. They can't
Correct.
fire you for being
Or, for example, let's say I have somebody who's in college, and I schedule them on a Friday, but their classes are on Friday. They don't call. If I terminate them, I can get sued.
Mm-hmm.
School takes priority.
Yeah, even because EMT is usually on a volunteer basis,
Mhm.
but it's still a class, so I think that still falls under that jurisdiction, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Even if it's voluntarily, right?
Because it's an educational class.
Correct. And plus, as an EMT, you're going out there to help people. that you should be.
Yeah, why would why would I as a business, you have somebody who's going to school for to be an EMT or anything like that. Why am I gonna burn that bridge with the kid?
Yeah, what if I fucking need an EMT to come save my life? That's like just going up and pissing on a fucking fire truck. One day you might need the fire department.
Right.
And that's like with the whole, they told me I had to find my own cover. Fuck that.
Because they
I hate
scheduled you
that
on a
shit.
class? No.
I hate that shit. They should, any job that does that, it's a bunch of shit.
I will give an exception to that. With the whole
Unless it's for personal days.
Correct. If it's a find your own coverage kind of thing, because let's say you are scheduled, but you approached me as a manager and said, hey, I know I'm scheduled this Friday. I normally work Fridays. Something came up. I can't be there. Then I, in turn, would say, can you find coverage?
Right.
If you can find your own coverage, you're good. I'm okay with
Shout out to Chipotle for that one. Oof. Doxing Chipotle. I'm surprised they even hired you at Chipotle.
But that being said, like
How'd you not eat every day?
I would. Fuck.
I'd weigh like 700 pounds if I worked at Chipotle. What other one would I... Where we're ordering from, too. Fire roasted chicken and grill. Bro, I'd fucking eat there every fucking second of the day. Forget if it was like a barbecue joint. One brisket for you.
One
10
cup for you.
brisket
One
for
cup for
me.
me. One cup for you. One cup for me.
One brisket for you. A whole brisket for me.
I can also see you with like a deli meat just kind of going like, all right, sandwich, 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 mouth, sandwich.
So okay, when I worked at when I worked in a restaurant, I was in charge of the salads and whatnot in the grill. So one of the salads required prosciutto. I would do that shit all the time, prosciutto and fresh mozzarella, and he didn't care. He goes, as long as your work's done, just eat as you go, so you don't, you're burning calories in the kitchen like crazy because you're constantly moving, and you're
it's
sweating. You're sweating your nuts off. I have my own little special way of making burritos.
Yeah, if you ever want Chipotle,
Dan will tell you.
you go with Alex.
I have no idea what that dog does. He's probably playing with that red toy of his.
But yeah, no, Alex knows the trick when it comes to getting food
Nothing
from
was
Chipotle.
as good, though, as the hookups we used to get at Quick Check.
We had our own
We-
secret menu.
Yeah, we did. When one of our old friends was there, we would just be like, make something. We would pay for it. We didn't care what it cost. But we would just be like, make something. And he would come up with these like amazing sandwiches.
The one wrap, the chicken parm wrap.
The chicken parmesan wrap. Yep.
Now that was something that was not on their menu.
Yeah, I would eat. Yeah, when you worked at the deli, I would do the same thing when I worked in the restaurant. And with the owner and the head chef, because it was the same person, he would go, look, I'm not cooking for the whole staff at the end. If you want something, you can get whatever you want. You just make it yourself.
Mhm.
I think your
That's
phone's
my
ringing. So there was times where, like, you'd have everybody at the burners with some pasta because you got to get rid of it anyway. Is it your papa?
Yes.
That's who else. That's the only person else it could have been. Other than that, we're the only other people that text him in this room.
Pretty much. And all the other people I texted have already responded. Yep.
But no, I mean, I that was one of the best perks of working at that restaurant. Was being able to eat the fresh mozzarella with the prosciutto, and then I would put a balsamic demi-glaze on top of that.
Shut up. How far is the food?
I could probably say there was only one meat I didn't try. It was like the olive ham. Yeah, okay. It's olive loaf. I've had it before. It's not great. But
What is it?
olive loaf. So it's like olives, like in a bologna type ham thing. But it's like those Spanish olives, though.
Oh, okay.
When they're making the mold, because it's like a meat paste, and yeah, it's like a meat paste. They put it in a mold, and then in the meat paste is the olives. Right, and then they put that stuff that makes the gelatin turn into jello, they put that in there. And then that's what hardens it, and then that's what makes you able to slice it. It's no different than with bologna. Bologna's the same thing. It's not real. It's real meat, but it's like chicken ass. The only thing I would refuse to eat, Alex, was head cheese. It's not a cheese either, by the way. So a lot of the times it comes clear. It's like you'll see like the gelatin part, and it's cheek meat, like eye socket meat. It's like the other random parts.
I wouldn't.
And yeah, okay, no, yeah, exactly. Head cheese is just it smells pretty foul, and it was on that guy's menu. And I never understood why, because head cheese isn't really Italian. To 'twas gross as fuck looking, therefore me no eat. Yeah, yeah. I mean, people usually eat with their eyes first. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat head cheese. No way. And the fact I don't even know where they got the name for it. I guess.
They'll just end it there.
Yeah, but why cheese? It's not cheese. There's nothing in it. There's no dairy in it.
It's a lactose intolerant blend.
I mean, like, you've never had chitlins, right?
No.
All right. Chitlins can have a very foul smell and taste to it before it's cooked, because it is intestines. But once it's fried, they're really good. And you put like seasoning and all that other shit on it. But sometimes people say they can even still taste shit. You can't. You can't taste that. Yeah, go find out why that dog is freaking out. I thought maybe, just maybe, it was like durian. Oh my god, durian. Have you ever seen like people who like dealt with durian?
Yeah.
How they say it smells like hot garbage? But they say the taste of it is pretty good. I don't know.
I wouldn't try. If it doesn't smell good, I ain't eating it.
That's why I don't eat fermented food. Because to me, it's just rotten garbage. Like, I won't eat kimchi. It's not going to happen. And I like spicy food, and kimchi is usually very spicy. But it's rotten cabbage. It is. It's rotten cabbage. And I'm sorry if you like kimchi, but that's what fermented food is. The only thing fermented that I like is wine.
Speaking of that, we have a bottle upstairs.
Oh, yeah, we got to finish that off.
Of the J. Lore.
Yeah.
But then I also got a gift.
Well, that's not cold, though.
No.
I need it cold.
No, not yet.
Yeah, you got sacramental wine.
Yeah.
You got wines from the Sisters of Heavenly Father.
Yeah, as a Christmas gift, I got a bottle of wine from a bunch of sisters. I got wine from nuns. That's a gift.
It's not, I guarantee you, it's probably what it was is they probably had so much excess of the sacramental wine.
It's actually not. We Scott and I asked them when they came into the store. They're
Oh,
like,
you did?
Because we were joking around with it. They're like, no, it's not. It's actually just a really good bottle of wine.
Really? I would have thought like they had so much excess of the sacramental wine, but maybe they can't give that away.
That's probably the reason.
Because it is the blood of Christ. You're drinking blood.
Which is funny because when we talked to them when they came into the store, this was like 3 days ago. They were like, "Yeah, it's you just know you work retail."
The exact diagnosis for how durian smells is when you run 1.5 miles, do 50 push-ups as fast as you can, stand in the sun at attention for 20 minutes, and stick your finger in your belly button. That's the smell. Oh my god.
Damn.
And mix that with like a dirty Indian food diaper.
Speaking of Indian food, I want chicken 65.
I do too. It's just so fucking expensive.
It's spicy.
We gotta find out where Kumar got that platter from. It's probably knowing like Indian food, like you don't really have to like look in Jersey City or any place like that.
Yeah.
Because that's more like if you want like real Colombian food or real Hispanic food, you go to like Jersey City, Newark, Patterson. Filipino food, which is a shame. I really wish there was a real Filipino restaurant closer, so I can get Pansit and Sisig whenever I want. Plus that, plus crap.
Oh God.
Yeah, I really do. I really wish there was a place where I can get real Filipino food closer.
There isn't.
No, it's all in Jersey City, right?
But the food's so good.
It is, but I really don't like driving in Jersey City, and right now it's not exactly what I would call the safest fucking place ever. But then again, Alex goes to Manhattan every day, and they just let arsonists go.
But no,
Trying to get that description out of your heads now. I'm about to get fucking chicken, so I'm good.
Banging chicken.
Delicious chicken is so good. Did Kumar answer you already?
Mm-hmm.
Did he tell you where he got it from?
He's typing.
How is Kumar anyway? We haven't heard from him in a long time.
Yeah, I'll find out later.
Oh, that might be. He was discussing what durian fruit smells like. Oh, you just read his description. That answers it perfectly. That plus crap. Yeah, I mean, first of all, the fruit doesn't even look appetizing when you open it. Like, it looks like a spongy consistency and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking weird.
Well, I know. Here's a question for everyone then.
You can smell the chicken as you think of my description. You bastard.
Well, that being said, if you could pick one food like group, Italian, Chinese, Colombian, what would it be?
Authentic Mexican. I love tacos. I love tacos. And I love, like, fuck Taco Bell. That's not Mexican.
No.
It's not. If you ever, because it's too, obviously, it's too dangerous to go to, like, Mexico City right now because of the cartels and whatnot. But if that ever clears up, I would love, you'd have to fucking drag me out of there kicking and screaming because I would get tacos every second of the day in Mexico. Where's Brian? Tacos. That's it. That's all you gotta say. Tacos. Where's he at though? Tacos.
What is he doing? Tacos. Where you at? Tacos.
Where
is he?
The only other thing I would love, I really love, is authentic Cuban food. I mean, it's a lot of rice and beans, but it's a lot of rice and beans in Mexico too.
For me, Cuban, and I do love Dominican food.
See, though, like Dominican and Cuban, they're different, but they're very similar.
It's different seasoning.
What I like
and
about
flavors.
Mexican is it's so much lime and and meaty goodness. Oh man, I was just watching Best Ever Food Review Show on YouTube, and they were in Mexico. Dude, everything there looks so fucking good. Like they even told you like what a real tortilla is supposed to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you rub a lime on it, it's supposed to turn purple. That's how you know if it's a real, authentic tortilla. Because there's limestone in it, and it reacts to the lime. Yeah, if you have never seen the show, go check it out. It's Best Ever Food Review Show. I love that fucking channel.
Also, Gordon Ramsay has a new cooking show.
I gave it a shot.
And?
I didn't like it.
So what's the premise?
So you're talking about the one where it's the tower, right? So he gives you 3 kitchens. The top kitchen has the most premier stuff, the most up-to-date, the most modern kitchen equipment you can find. The middle kitchen has a little downgrade to it. You know, what a restaurant kitchen would basically have.
What he labeled it as a working kitchen.
It's a working kitchen. The bottom is a basement kitchen. So it didn't even have a fucking blender. So yeah, we'll put it on for you later, man. So if you're on the top, I don't remember because I kind of fell asleep during it. But I know if you're on the top, you get the first pick of ingredients, and everybody has 30 seconds to grab their ingredients. So whoever's on the top kitchen gets first pick of everything. Truffles, they have fucking all that stuff. Like high-end ingredients you'd never would buy normally. Then it goes down after 30 seconds, and the middle people get what their pick. And then after that, it goes to the bottom, and they get whatever's left. And they get 30 seconds. And then a judge gets assigned. So there's Gordon, there's a female chef, and there's another male chef. I can't remember their names. And they're their coach, essentially, for that cook. And then they all come together, and then they judge, and then somebody's going home. Personally, Gordon, I wish you stayed with MasterChef and MasterChef Junior.
Are they still doing it?
I hope. Especially, they haven't done a MasterChef Junior in a long time. Skill.
Does it rotate though?
What?
Like, if I'm on the top kitchen.
It's random selection, I believe, on who goes to what kitchen.
Ooh.
But so just because you have a pantry filled with truffles and morels and all this other high-end exclusive ingredients, you can make dog shit. The guy on the bottom who has a fucking can of Campbell's soup can maybe really elevate it to making it the best dish they've ever had. It makes you work harder.
So it puts you at a disadvantage.
Oh yeah, you're definitely at a disadvantage.
But on the top, the top.
Yeah, no. They say I'll put it on for you when we're done here. At the bottom kitchen, you have what they would call a basement kitchen, where you like I said, they didn't even have a blender. They didn't have a food processor. Everything you're doing it by hand, because those hole in the wall kitchens wouldn't really have that stuff. So you really gotta work hard and no excuses. And you know how Gordon Ramsay is with excuses. I mean, I love Gordon Ramsay. I mean, I've met him once with Frankie. And all he really asks is that you try your best and that you don't bitch out when shit hits the fan. That's what pisses him off. Is he doesn't like lack of motivation. Because from what I've gathered, the people who work for him in his restaurant make a pretty decent living. They make a pretty decent wage. So he doesn't like when people slack off. And I get it. Dude, you're a Michelin star chef.
Mm-hmm.
Your Michelin stars are attached to your restaurants. You have to keep a certain standard in order to keep your Michelin stars. So I can understand why he would want. But I mean, if you know that's what he wants, and you can't handle it, why would you go there? Just to say I worked for Gordon Ramsay? No.
If you work for Gordon Ramsay, you stay working for Gordon Ramsay.
See, that's the thing, though. Can you really say I worked for Gordon Ramsay if you went there for one day, couldn't hack it, and got fired? No. You can say I tried to work for Gordon Ramsay, and that's when people start to smear him. Why would you smear Gordon Ramsay? You're the one who tried to apply and work for him, knowing the demand in quality that he wants. It's, to me, it's bad. But when I met him, he was joking around. He would always talk about his kids. Super, super nice guy. And I wish he cooked our meal that night. That would have been something else.
Icing on the cake.
But his restaurant in New York is closed now anyway. I think the one in LA is now his flagship in America. I could be wrong though.
Well, I know it's hard to maintain that.
Too spread out. I know he still has one in the United Kingdom. He still got one in LA, and then I think he has sub restaurants like on cruise ships or some shit like that, or resort destinations.
Where it's obviously it's not him; it's his staff, but he puts like the.
But he's the one who sets the bar. I mean, I don't care if he's never even came to the restaurant, which I doubt I'm sure he goes to every single one that is open with his name on it. He just seems like that kind of person. But even if he didn't, you know that what the name says on the door. It says Gordon Ramsay, so therefore you know the expectations that come with that. Mm-hmm. So it shouldn't blind spot anybody. Like everybody would know if I owned a business. Everybody would know with my name on the business what I expect. And you know me, I expect pretty much what Gordon Ramsay would expect. I don't tolerate bullshit. I don't.
Let's put it this way. Just for obviously the people here who may not know this, if Brian and I owned a business, most people would probably end up coming to me first. If I have to bring it to him, you're gone.
That'd be a good idea. You don't want to come to me right off the bat. Dan's a nice one. Well, I mean, look, if you have a problem and nobody else is available, no, I would hope you would come and talk to me. Because I'm not a douchebag. I'll still hear you out. Might fire you afterwards. But I'll still hear you out.
But it is what it is.
What the fuck, Dan? This shit hasn't moved. Who's our DoorDash? I'm about to call Juan. For real, dude, it hasn't budged. It makes no fucking... Dude, I swear, Juan, if you're eating my chicken, fuck you. Maybe that was Juan on there. He was really trying to say, I'm eating your chicken, bastards.
Has he still not moved?
No.
No, he's moving. He's moving.
Oh, why? Reset?
Yeah, he just left.
Bruh, my chicken's gonna be an icicle.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the same spot it's been in.
No, I zoomed all the way, and that's not the restaurant's not there anymore. He's on the road.
The fuck, Juan? It's still saying it's 24 to 34 minutes away. It's been like that since we started this podcast. Fucking Juan. I don't know you. And I'm glad I don't now. Fuck my chicken up. It's gonna be cold, yeah. Because it's fucking like colder than a witch's tit outside. Either way. Oh, there we go. Now we got some movement going on here. 20 to 28 minutes. But he's got another stop, too.
I got the name of the place.
What, Fire Roasted Chicken Grill?
No, for the Chicken 65.
Oh, you did? What's the place called? Is it in Hindi? And it's really
Tandoori
hard to
Flames in Parsippany.
Hold, please. Tandoori Flames?
Yes.
No. Oh, they have it on Grubhub. And Uber Eats. And Postmates.
Please hold.
Oh. Hey, look, man. Food is the essence of life.
Yes.
Chicken 65, bruh. They got it right there. Which name? Oh, the food she made? I don't know what it's called, though. Yeah, I know, but like, I gave you the best description I could remember. Yeah, it was definitely like it was fried. They were like little like fritter like looking things. I guess they were probably chickpea based. I don't know. Oh yeah, I fucking love Indian food. Look, whatever she makes, I'll eat it. Tell her next time that she comes by with some food, sling some this way, and she can make it as hot as she wants it. Because Dan and I both love fucking Indian food. I don't love what it does to me after the fact, but I love it at the moment.
And that is why it is not my favorite. Like, I would take Colombian food and stuff like that over it. Because that doesn't mess with me the way Indian food does. But Indian
so
food I
fucking
love.
Good. It's so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm thinking of Chicken 65 right now, and I'm dying a little inside.
Oof.
You wouldn't be able to eat it. You can't eat Indian food, Mom. It's too hot for you. And Chicken 65 is definitely too hot.
Who knows? Who cares? I just want it. It's that good. I think
Oh, hey, look, if Juan fucks up my chicken, I'm going to this place and getting some chicken 65.
all right. Well,
It's gonna be on Juan's dime too.
we've been at it for just over an hour. Wanted to keep it short.
Yeah.
So we're going to wrap it up.
I'm gonna go. Hopefully, Juan will show up soon with my food.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
feel better, buddy. Hopefully, you can get on some Destiny with us later, because I know we told Mio we're gonna go back on later
Yeah, we'll probably be back on in, say like hour and a half.
after my
2 hours.
after Juan drops off my food, so it might be a bit.
Yeah. All right, guys.
We will see you
Next
next
week.
week. Make sure to check out the new merch in the store.
Which I fixed the link, so everything
sure?
should be up and running.
Because
Yes.
when I checked the link the next day, it was still down.
Was it really?
Yeah. Yeah, check it
I'm
out.
literally checking right now. Hold on.
Because I even showed Mom that it was just the 2 cups that were still up. That was it.
Yeah, well, I posted that up, so it should go through.
I heard myself.
Yes. And
No, I'm watching Juan. All right, cool. It is up. So make sure to go check out our new merch. Dan designed all of that good stuff.
and again,
So
shout
if
out
you,
to
if you don't like it, make sure you let him know that.
again, shout out to Cry though, considering she helped us with the logo and everything.
Yes.
So-
of course.
Always, and
Cry has like a permanent shout out.
yeah, that's like understood at this point.
She has a permanent shout out for life until we're done with this podcast, if we're ever done with it.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, if you look at our merch, it is like college inspired. I just kind of like the design, the idea for it, and we go from there.
Yep. But if you don't like it, blame Dan. I didn't do it.
More stuff to follow
All right.
as
so
the year progresses,
we will see you next week, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
and hopefully, we will have a full group with
But,
us.
yeah, hopefully. Alex.
All right, guys. Enjoy the
love
rest
ya.
of your evening.
Have a safe week, y'all.
See you next week.